Bonjour, book club. Megas here on a beautiful evening. The Little Paris Bookshop, chapter 24. Oh, guys, just when I think I can't love this book anymore, I do. And so now we have our new crew member, Cornholio, we're calling him. And he's the cook. He's taken over the galley of the ship. And, oh, she just paints this most beautiful picture of the smells of the kitchen and the spices, and talks about how you don't really know a country or a place till you know its food and what people take into them from the earth, and it becomes them. Just so beautiful. Again, she paints the scenery. They dropped anchor in the marina, which was so resplendent with flowers that dozens of painters were sitting on the banks attempting to capture the scene. The marina looked like a miniature Saint-Tropez. I can just picture the river and the banks and the artists with their easels and their canvases and painting the beauty of it. And, oh, just what a beautiful book. How are we going to ever find a book after this? What could follow this up, guys? How blessed are we? This was our first book of book club. Oh my God, I'm just loving it. One thing I'm thinking as I read about this cooking and food, we could maybe do, instead of a book about books, a book about food, maybe in Italy, and maybe we do Italian words with different chapters, and that's something to think about. Would be kind of fun. So they're needing money, right? And so they get the obvious idea to open up the book barge and start selling books. Max is using a little bit of his fame to bring some people in. Let's see. Capitano Perdue, I'm a firm believer that you have to taste a country's soul to understand it, to grasp its people. Let's see. They ate, they laughed. It's such a beautiful, just life, right? I always say life is a gift. They're living this gift of life. They're on a boat and with books and food and friends and adventure. It says the sun went down to their right and the moon came up to their left. They were enfolded in the luxurious scent of harbor flowers. The cats explored the surrounding area, and later they kept the men company from their vantage point on top of the overturned book crate. Perdue was overcome by an unfamiliar sense of tranquility. And now he's wondering, can eating heal you, right? He always gives books to heal people. Now he's thinking about food. Can food heal you? The smells, the taste, the very life that is in food that comes from the earth and the water, and maybe spirit and life in it. With every bite of food steeped in the herbs and oils of Provence, he seemed to absorb a little more of the land that lay ahead. It was as if he were eating the surrounding countryside. Already he could taste the wild banks of the Loire, covered in forest and vineyards. He slept peacefully. Oh, just the most beautiful stories, the most beautiful writing. Let me just read some more. It says, they were now keeping the literary apothecary open late into the night, and the days were getting warmer. Children from the nearby villages and the other boats would hang out for hours in Lulu's belly, reading the adventures of Harry Potter. Perdue frequently had to suppress a smile at the sight of Max sitting on the floor in the middle of a circle of children, his long legs folded and a book on his lap. Oh, that just puts a smile, not just on my face, but in my heart. I am falling in love with these characters. So sweet. His reading aloud was constantly improving. I'm still working on that myself. His stories were more like radio plays. Perdue suspected that these small children listening with eyes wide and in rapt concentration would one day grow up to need reading, with its accompanying sense of wonder and the feeling of having a film running inside your head as much as they needed air to breathe. Oh, Beautiful. Oh, and then here, it looks like Purdue's missing Catherine. He's starting to think about Catherine. Good job, Purdue. That's what I've been telling you this whole book. Purdue got into the habit of posting a card to Catherine every day, collecting new entries for his encyclopedia of minor and moderate emotions in a notebook for the benefit of the next generation of literary pharmacists. I thought that was sweet. Each evening, he would sit down in the stern, look up at the sky. The Milky Way was always there, and every now and then a shooting star would race past. The frogs gave a cappella concerts, and the crickets joined in with a chirp, all to the background beat of lines slapping softly against mast and the occasional chime of a ship's bell. Oh, so beautiful. And it goes on some of the different letters he's writing to Catherine. Purdue just really discovering the stars that he hasn't really noticed before, the beauty that's all around, and this life that really is a gift, just like you guys are to me. You know, there's a handful of you guys I feel so close to you, that are in the comments every day, or on this journey with me. And it's something special that we're sharing here. I think I'll always look at this book so fondly. And this is, so far, we're getting close to about halfway into it, one of the funnest books. And I think it's a mixture of things. It's great writing. It's a fun adventure. And it's experiencing it in such detail with you. I love, love, love you.